Welcome to the NSDMS video tutorial. To access, type the address in the address bar as nsdms.mercita.org.za. Step 1. For first-time registration, click on Download under Documents to access information. These are the documents you'll need to access the NSDMS. You can download the file SDF required documents to get the requirements. Users wishing to register as an SDF will need to upload a certified copy of their South African ID, South African Smart ID card, or passport for users not holding South African IDs. You are also required to upload a signed copy of an SDF appointment letter as part of the registration. A sample format can be downloaded and used to complete the required information. Once you have the required documents in place, you can proceed to step 2, get started. You can download the SDF and company registration user manual. The manual provides you with the details on how to complete the registration process. You can proceed to step 3, log in when ready. If you become a user on the system, you will always need to click Login to take you into the system. Once you have clicked on Login, you will be taken to the following page. If you are registering for the first time, you will click on Register. If you are approved to use the system, when you return, you will enter your details and then click Login. After selecting Register, the POPI Act pop-up screen will be displayed. You will be required to read through the screen and check the POPI Act consent box and then submit. If you submit without checking the POPI Act consent box, you will not be able to continue with the request to register on the NSDMS. For SDF registration, select SDF registration. Please make use of the System Help Guide to help you navigate through the system. Select either RSA ID number or passport number. You will be required to enter your first name, surname, email, telephone number, and cell phone number. Fields which have an asterisk sign at the end indicate that the fields are mandatory, and the user cannot proceed to the next section without capturing the required information. Once you have captured the required information, click the button to upload and select a clear certified copy of your South African ID or passport document. Once the South African ID or passport document has been successfully uploaded, select Continue to proceed. If the document is not successfully uploaded, click Re-upload to attempt uploading the document. In the Company Registration section, select either Non-Levy Paying Entity or Levy Paying Entity. Should you select a Levy Paying Entity, you are required to enter your STL number. Please note that the first and the fourth digits in the sequence have been autofilled and should not be repeated. When registering a non-levy paying entity, you are required to fill in the information below. To include the registering SDF on the training committee, check the box next to the question, "Are you part of the training committee?" You are now required to upload the SDF appointment letter. You will click the button to upload, select the file, and once the file has been uploaded, you will save and submit. In the event you need to add another company, you will select either to register a levy-paying entity or a non-levy-paying entity. You will then repeat the process to register the company, and once done, you will save and submit. Once you have registered all your companies, you will click Submit. A notification will be displayed to indicate that your request is being processed. If you have entered your email address correctly, you'll receive a notification from the receiver. The email will contain a confirmation link and a system-generated password. If the notification email is not in your inbox, check your spam or junk mail. After clicking the link, you'll be taken to the following page where you'll click Login. You will now enter your email address and your system-generated password. Once you click Login, the Puppy Act pop-up screen will be displayed. You'll be required to check the box again and submit. Upon submitting, you're required to specify a new password. The password must be at least 8 characters long, must contain at least 1 caps letter, 1 small letter, 1 numerical character, 1 special character, and cannot be your first or second name. Once your password meets the minimum requirements, you will then click Submit and taken directly into the system. If approved, your profile will be available and you will see the tasks below that are outstanding. To continue with the task, you will click the icon with the right arrow. You will then be required to complete the SDF profile. On the right-hand tab, under the username, you will find Profile. Once there, you will be required to complete the SDF equity, gender, nationality, and disability status. Once you have submitted all the information, you will click the button to update. A notification will be displayed to confirm your action. We will now return to the dashboard. Once again, we will click the icon with the right arrow to continue with the task. You will proceed to click the Company Information tab. This is where we'll be able to edit company information. A status bar will be available to show you where you are in the process. You can click on the button next to company name to expand and upload required documents. You will be able to download the document, view the document history, re-upload the document, and view the document. The following buttons will enable us to edit certain sections of the company information. We will begin by updating the company information. We will now update the company's general information, physical address information, and postal address information. Should the company's postal address information be the same as the physical address, you may check the checkbox below. Once you have entered the address information, you'll notice that some sections are already auto-filled. We will now proceed to entering the company's financial start and end dates. We will now specify the number of employees, followed by answering the question, does a recognition agreement exist between the company and labor or union? Should a recognition agreement exist between labor or union, you specify the majority union. Once all the information has been recorded, you'll proceed to submit. We will now be filling in other SDF information. You will specify either your South African ID number or passport number. You'll notice that the primary SDF already exists as one of the SDFs. You'll proceed to enter the SDF's personal information. You will then click the checkbox should the SDF be part of the training committee, and you will select the type of SDF. Once all the information has been recorded, you will continue to click Submit. We will now add company contact information. You will specify either South African ID number or passport number. You'll fill in the contact's personal details. We will now specify the company contact type, the user responsibilities, and should the contact be part of the training committee, you will check the checkbox below. And once all the information has been recorded, you will click the submit button. We will now be linking a site. A site is a different physical location as opposed to the company's head office location. You'll fill in the required information below, and once all the information has been recorded, you will click submit. We will now be adding the employee information. To manually add the employee information, you'll click the button to expand the fields. You'll proceed to add the necessary information, and once all the information has been recorded, you'll click the submit button. Once all the required information has been submitted, you'll be able to view your record below. We will now be uploading employee information using a CSV file. You will click the button to open the option to select and upload the CSV file. Please note, number of records in the CSV file has to match the number of employees specified in the company information. Should there be any errors in the data, it will be displayed as shown below. To understand the manner of the error, you can click the red icon. The icon will show you where the error arises from. By clicking the Update button, you'll be able to view and update the information. You'll make necessary changes, and when satisfied, click Submit. To view the information, click on the button next to the Employees label. You'll also be able to update or delete records at will. Should you decide to delete all employee records, you can click on the bold button above. We will now be adding a training committee member. You'll fill in all the required fields and then click Submit. You'll notice that training committee members already exist. If you have been checking the checkbox to add members to the committee, then they would have already been included. We will now be linking a company. You will specify either a levy paying entity or a non-levy paying entity. You will be required to enter all the company's necessary information, and once the information has been filled, you will click Submit. Once you have filled out the information correctly, you may complete the workflow task. You'll notice that the outstanding task has been removed.